Well, good day and I love you. It is Wednesday, February 3rd, and all is well, yes? Alright, let's see what's popping for today. The moon has shifted into Scorpio with the sun in Aquarius. Ain't nobody happy like that. No, the moon don't want to be there. Scorpio is all sorts of inner secrets and inner crazy and, well, it's just not chill. And so, with the sun in Aquarius, we have 5 planets in Aquarius. That's what you call a stellium, my brothers and sisters. That's a whole lot of energy in Aquarius. And so, with that, and with the fact that the moon is going to square against Venus and Saturn and Jupiter today, and oppose Uranus, there's a lot of focus on pleasure and joy and enjoying things and receiving what you want. Now, that's what I'm going to focus on for today's share, because most of us have not been taught to receive. We've been taught to power through and be human doings, not human beings. And since we have 8 planets in fixed energy, doing is not going to get us anywhere. When we're in mutable energy, if you think about that, mutable means movable, then you got more skin in the action game, okay? But when we have all of these planets in fixed energy, the doing is not going to be as big of a deal. It's going to be the being. So what does that mean? It means that in order to receive what we want, which are going to be these aspects with Venus and the moon, and Saturn and Jupiter expanding everything, well, then we need to decide that, number 1, we're worth it. Number 2, it's on its way. And number 3, that we are grateful to receive. It's really about that simple. I give an analogy that when you decide you want something from Amazon, you decide what you want, and then you place the order, and then you wait for the order to process, and you get a confirmation email, and then you have an idea of how long it will take to fill that order and get to your mailbox, right? And that's a pretty standard understanding of the process, yes? Whoop. You guys got to remind me to tell you what I'm drinking here. In fact, I'll make myself a note. It's a big deal for right now. Okay, so what you do, that's the way you do it. You place the order, you think about what you want, and then you place the order on Amazon, and then you wait for the confirmation email, and then you sit patiently for the scheduled amount of time for your order to be delivered. What you do not do is think about what you want, place the order, and then run right outside your front door to your mailbox and check the mailbox and go, it's not here, everything's ruined. And then go back inside and sit there and just freak out because it's not here yet and everything is crap. And then run right back outside and check the mailbox and decide that everything is screwed. That would be crazy, right? Because you know that you just processed the order. It's probably going through a computer somewhere, and then someone in the Amazon warehouse has got to go take the dolly or whatever it is and get the actual thing and bring it back to the shipping dock or whatever and package it and get the actual thing ready and put it in a box, and then they have to ship it out, and then a representative from the post office is to pick it up and then put it in a truck or a plane or whatever, and it's got to transport. It's got to be transported to you, and it's got to... I'm having a hard time with words today. It's going to take some time, and then your mail carrier is going to pick it up and bring it to your house. And that might only take, like, I don't know, what's Amazon working on right now? 24 hours. It might take 48 hours. But it's going to take that 24 to 48, and you're sure of that process. So you sit tight for the 24 to 48, and you know that it's coming. And it's only about after maybe 48 hours that you're like, I wonder where that order is if it's taking a little while, right? And only then do you start to say, maybe I should make a call. Maybe you don't even freak out then. I mean, maybe you freak out depending on how you roll, right? But you get that when we put an order out there, we understand it's coming. You know, in that first 24, we don't call our friends after we roll out to the mailbox and go, oh my God, my stuff's not here. Everything's jacked. Amazon's jacked. It's out to get me. Everything's screwed. No, you're just like, you know, it's processing. You might even call your friend and say, hey, I ordered something from Amazon. It's going to be here tomorrow. I can't wait till it gets here. That's even more positive energy going, right? So if we take this analogy and we put it on our everyday life, we can understand that if we get clear about the desires in our heart, if we get really focused about the feelings we want to cultivate more of, about what we want to have more of in our life, and we focus on that, it's like sending an order to the universe. It's literally like pinging the universe. And when we do so, if it's for our highest good, well, the universe, I say if it's for our highest good, the universe is going to listen anyway, even if it's not for your highest good. But I like to focus on my highest good. So the universe is listening, and then the universe is going to answer that beacon. It's going to respond to that ping. It's going to match the desires of my heart with a like vibration. It's for sure. It's not a maybe. It's for sure. It's on its way to the mailbox. Okay? Now, the kicker is that the universe delivers in divine time and in the least amount of resistance. Not necessarily the most comfortable and the way you want it, when you want it, how you want it. And so we get looped up there because we think it's supposed to come in this certain period of time, like to the mailbox in a certain way, and we usually don't even want to wait that period of time. We want to run out in the first 24 hours and freak out because it's not in the mailbox, right? But what we have to learn is it's en route. It's in transit. That was the word I was looking for earlier. It's in transit to the mailbox, like for show, right? And so, you know, we can go out and check the mail if we want to, and then as part of the day, but if we make it so that we're running out to check the mailbox with the thought that it's not going to get here in time, or it's not going to be right, or things are messed up, then we are putting out all this resistance and all this yuckiness to the universe, and it's probably going to get all in our thoughts, and we're going to become monopolized by the fact that, like, my stuff's not here yet. I keep going out to the mailbox, and it's really all I can think about right now. It's really all I can pay attention to is that my stuff's not here, and right? But if we're like, hey, the universe sends it when I'm supposed to have it, in the perfect packaging, at the perfect time, by the perfect courier, the perfect delivery, better than I can imagine. So then we can go about our day, and we can understand that we can check the mailbox, we can go out there, it's on its way, it's going to be delivered for sure, for sure. We really don't even have to think about it too much. Do you know what I mean? Other than be really excited that it's coming. Really, that's all we have to do. We can call up our friends. We can tell them when we place the order's on its way. It's going to be so cool to play with this thing. It's going to be so cool to have this thing. I love that this is coming. I love that it's here. And then we're diminishing resistance, okay? And so right now with these planetary alignments, it behooves us to get clear about some good things in our head, so to think some happy thoughts, to dismiss the ones that are not, and then to decide that not only are these things possible, but that goodness is available every step of every day. And so we don't have to understand how things are going to happen for us. We don't have to know the mail courier's name. We don't have to know if it's coming from truck or from ship or from plane. We just have to understand that it is for sure coming to us, and that we hold that sentiment in our heart. And then we can sit in gratitude. We can embrace an attitude of gratitude because we've got the good stuff coming, and it feels good. It feels good to be loved on. It feels good to get good stuff, doesn't it? And since we're all beautiful children of Source, we can understand that we all have good things coming. So for today, to stay in the solution, I invite you to simply decide that you are beautiful, that beautiful things are going to happen to you in the perfect time, that you don't have to know in what way that's going to happen. You don't have to have the roadmap. You don't have to have the written itinerary. You just have to literally open your hands, open your heart, open your thinking, and receive. And if this is still sounding like, okay, how do I do that? You do it like this. You embrace some woo-woo magical thoughts that you are a beautiful child of God, that God can't wait to give you the most amazing things today, even if you don't believe it. If you don't believe it, just like play dress up in your head. Be like me. Say stuff like I do. I'm a beautiful child of God and everybody loves me. It doesn't, no one's the worst off for me thinking that. No one's the worst off for me saying that, right? So decide that you are a beautiful child of God and that gifts are on their way to you. If you want to take it up a notch, tell everybody you know that you are a beautiful child of God and that gifts are eminent and on their way directly to you. Do it. Do it. I bet you would be surprised that it might be contagious to those around you. Old consciousness greets that and goes, oh my God, she's so crazy. Listen to her talking to herself. New consciousness does this. You are a beautiful child of God. So am I. Aw, gifts are coming for me too. Thank you. That's what happens. One spark sparks another. So today, decide you are a beautiful child of God. Decide that gifts are coming. Decide they're coming straight to you. Decide you're going to receive them. Open your hands. Open your heart. Open your mind. No limitation. Simply allowance. Card. Energy flows where my intention goes. Can I have an amen on that? I mean, can I just have an amen?